Hi, guys. Welcome to our daily encounter. As we reflect on the life of the Apostle Paul, I think oftentimes we merely think about the hardships that he underwent. And he definitely went through a lot of difficulty in proclaiming the gospel. He had left his heritage, he left his people, he became the offscouring of Jewish society because of his embracing of Christianity. He would have left that sect that he so much loved of the Pharisees, and probably would have broken a lot of relationships in connection to that, maybe even relationships within his own family. But also we read about the fact that he went through, uh, hardships. He was beaten, he was shipwrecked, he was robbed. He spent nights in the cold. He was constantly anxious about other people's spiritual condition. He just lived a hard life. There was times when he lived in poverty because he didn't want to take from the churches that he was ministering to. Just a very difficult life. And sometimes we might just focus on the hardships of Paul. But as we get to Romans chapter 16, we find just how blessed the Apostle Paul actually was. As he goes through and he gives this list of people that he wants the church at Rome there to greet, you can just tell that Paul has a warm heart for each of these individuals. A lot of these individuals, Paul not only mentions by name, but also mentions something about them that's special. Whether it's because of some type of ministry that they did for the church or for Christ or even for himself. Paul knew these people and he knew them intimately. He knew them in a very close way and had a great relationship with them. And through his relationships with these people, you can tell that Paul was a blessed man. He may not have been the richest person in the world. He may not have been the most powerful or influential person in the world, at least at that time. But he was a man who was very, very blessed. And I think that's what the church is for all of us. Being a Christian isn't always easy. Whether we're a person on the front lines dealing with physical persecution, maybe even the risk of death, or we're a person who perhaps just deals with the daily struggles of fighting against temptation, wrestling with the day-to-day frustrations or the challenges of trying to share the gospel. Wherever we are on the spectrum of suffering for Christ and the hardships that come along with that, we can all find comfort, we can all find repose, we can all find blessing in the church. The church ought to be for us exactly what Paul found in these individuals in Romans chapter 16. Just a place or a group of people, I should say, a group of people in which we can just enjoy a good relationship with and realize that because of our relationships with them, it brings a little bit of repose, a little bit of comfort, a little bit of healing in the midst of a difficult world and a challenging world in which we face stumbling blocks and challenges and setbacks. I think today, as we read Romans chapter 16, we should reflect on how beautiful the church is, how wonderful the church is, how wonderful it is that God not only calls us individually to serve him and to follow him, but he plugs us into a community in which we can encourage one another, we can strengthen one another, we can love one another, and help each other through the difficulties of life. Paul was a very blessed man. He had his own challenges. He had definitely difficulties, but he was blessed. God had blessed him with these wonderful, beautiful people in his life. And I believe that Paul, as he was reflecting on these individuals, probably just had a warmth in his heart as he thought about these various relationships that he had. And we should have the same response too when we think about the church and the family that we have been plugged into through God's church. So let's be thankful for the church, and let's allow the church to become what it was intended to be, a place of comfort, of strength, of help, and of blessing. So with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.